Sa pangunguna ng Department of Agriculture, nailunsad ang 6-year national project nitong Philippine Rural Development Project taong 2017. Naumpisahan itong maimplementa sa mga bayan sa Mindanao na nooy tinawag na Mindanao Rural Development Project o MRDP. Nilalayon nitong magkaroon ng moderno, value chain-oriented at climate resilient na sektor ng agrikultura ang bansa. Sa madaling sabi, nakatuon ang atensyon nito sa pagsasagawa ng mga proyektong magbibigay ng kaalwahan sa paghahatid ng kalakal ng magsasaka sa mamimili. Bunsod ng positibong resulta ng PRDP, mas hihigitan pa ng kagawaran ng nasimulang transformasyon para sa mas sustainable, technology-based at competitive agriculture sa tulong ng bagong programa ng PRDP na Scale Up Project.
You said one of those factors that can solve inflation is improving our facilities, our packaging and all. Now, you have this Scale Up PRDP project. Gaano ito ka-effective na masasabi natin this can help solve inflation?
Ang PRDP Scale Up is one of the important project na meron ngayon ng Department of Agriculture in tandem with World Bank, private sector, local government units, and other government and non-government agencies. Itong PRDP Scale Up will provide the investment, the technology, the technical assistance that will help address the gaps in the value chain na kung ang problema mo ay sa post-harvest, ang problema mo sa logistics, this can provide the necessary impetus para ma-address yung gaps and constraints noong value chain, whatever the commodity sa sektor ng agrikultura.
And you signed MOA with the World Bank last July 7?
The loan agreement.
The loan agreement. Tell us something about that, sir.
Yung project na to, it's a $600 million loan from the World Bank na inaprubahan ng World Bank nitong June at yung loan agreement...
This year?
Yeah, this year. At yung loan agreement ay napirmahan na rin last July 7. We are just waiting for the legal opinion of the Department of Justice for this project to be declared effective. So,
for that contract, sir, what is expected?
Expected dito, we will be implementing yung infrastructure. Karamihan ng pondo will go to rural infrastructure, kagaya ng farm-to-market roads, irrigation, potable water, post-harvest facilities, and so many others na facilities related to agriculture and fisheries. And then, may pondo rin na nakalaan para sa tinatawag natin na common service facility for livelihood and enterprises, especially for medium to large enterprises. Again, that will provide the necessary support para ma-address yung inefficiency, gaps, and constraints ng ating priority commodities na merong comparative advantage na lalong umunlad yung ating agriculture sector.
How's the reaction and how does the community, the local government units welcome this project? Marami akong naririnig. Sinasabi nila, mabusisi, mahirap pumasa at ang daming requirements. Parang hindi pang pantulong, kundi talagang parang butas ng karayom daw dadaanan. So tell us, why is it like this and why are you doing this?
Posibleng may mga ganong sentimento, lalo na dun sa nagsisimula pa lamang. Pero doon sa mga nakaranas na at sanay na at ngayon ay nagkakaroon na ng 2 or 3 or more projects, madali na para sa kanila. Tandaan lang natin, Cesar, na itong proyekto na to ay utang ng ating pamahalaan sa World Bank at gusto nating siguraduhin na yung pondo ay magagamit ng tama at makakatulong talaga doon sa objectives to where these funds are really intended. Kung ang karsada ay ginawa na hindi naasikaso yung mga dapat gawin, kagaya ng right-of-way, kagaya ng environmental clearances, pwede masimulan na mabilis. Pero pwedeng tumagal at hindi matapos dahil may problema pala sa right of way, hindi naasikaso. Meron palang problema na hindi nakonsulta, may problema sa environmental concerns. So, in the long run, mas magiging problema pa. Dito sa PRDP, lalo na sa scale up, sisiguraduhin muna natin na itong mga concerns na to ay maayos muna on the part of the beneficiaries, local government, at iba pa na stakeholders para pag nag-implement tayo, masigurado natin na
Pwedeng lahat ng LGUs pwedeng sumali?
this project is open to all the 82 provinces, cities, municipalities all over the country.
Okay.
So, open siya. So long as the project will be used sa agriculture.
Yeah, but you only have how much?
This is $600 million na loan. May kasama ito na equity for infra 10%.
Paano pag sumobra yung, kung lahat sasali, sumobra?
Meron tayong prioritization. This is a demand-driven project. Kailangan may proposal na manggagaling sa mga Farmer Cooperative Association at saka mga lokal na pamahalaan. At kailangan din, meron silang tinatawag na counterpart fund. Kasi gusto natin ma-involve sila at meron din silang stake sa proyekto.
Klaro lang natin, sir. Pag walang pera, pag walang makikitang saang counterpart mo, hindi ka kasali.
Mandatory na magbigay sila ng counterpart fund na dapat appropriated ng lokal na pamahalaan. Kasi kung tutuusin natin kasi, Cesar, hindi lang naman yung 10% na cash counterpart sa infra ang ginagastos ng lokal na pamahalaan. Gumagastos din sila sa paggawa ng feasibility study kasi kailangan masigurado natin na highly feasible yung project. So they are really involved, they are really into this project and they own this project. That's why they're investing into this.
We are into prioritization. Does this mean that you are the one choosing who's gonna be approved because you have this kind of criteria?
Merong tayong tinatawag na project operations manuals which is approved by the World Bank. So, nakalagay doon yung mga proseso na pagdadaanan ng mga proyekto na idudulog sa amin. Pag na-comply nila itong mga requirements na ito, at yon ay na-approve nung sa regional level namin, ang tawag namin ay Regional Project Advisory Board. Then we will commit to fund.
Do you prioritize areas that are always hit by calamities?
Pwedeng makonsidera yon, pero ang PRDP kasi is more focused on providing again the necessary investment condition that will improve yung commodity o priority comparative advantage ng isang lugar.
Is it in your priority for those areas that are conflict areas?
Yes, priority namin.
For reasons that?
For reasons na sila yung mataas ang problema sa kanilang agricultural economy, problema na mababa ang income ng ating mga magsasaka at mangingisda. Ito rin mga lugar na to ang maganda sana ang productivity.
But there's a strong possibility, sir, na mahinto yung construction kasi may problema sa peace and order.
Those are risks na tinitingnan ng project and will be managed by the project in support of the local governments.
Do you prioritize IP communities?
Sa DA, meron kaming separate na project for IPs. Yung tinatawag namin na MIADP or Mindanao Inclusive Agri Development Project. There's another project with the World Bank. It's more than $100 million. Actually, na-approve na rin siya at napirmahan na rin ang loan agreement. At ang tinutulungan namin dito ay 26 ancestral domains ng mga indigenous cultural communities and indigenous peoples within these 26 ancestral domains in the whole of Mindanao.
This is quite a big project. And as in the actual manpower of the DA, medyo konti lang kayo. Are you hiring a lot of engineers and evaluators for this project to really ensure that this is going to be successful?
Maraming projects ito at it will entail a lot of human resources to make this happen. Ang kagandahan dito sa project na ito, hindi lang naman DA yung kapartner. Dahil ang main implementer nito will be the local government. So, we are requesting them na magkaroon sila ng PPMIU, yung Project Management and Implementing Units. The same is true for municipalities. Meron kaming mga structures or institutions. Dito sa office, meron kaming National Project Coordinating Office. Meron kaming cluster offices, yung Project Support Offices, and then mga regional field offices. So, para mabawasan ang gastos ng gobyerno para pagpapatakbo ng proyekto na to, we are using yung mga tao within the department na merong extensive knowledge sa pagpapatakbo. Throughout time kasi marami na namang na-implement na projects ang DA. At we make sure that those who have the experience, expertise na meron ng department will be tapped, binibigyan na lang sila ng honorarium. For those expertise or kakayahan na wala kami, then we hire as additional manpower for the project. So very limited, only about 5% of the project will go to project management. 95% will go to actual project implementation.
Are you prioritizing Mindanao?
For this one, yes, definitely. For MIADP, buong pera nun pupunta sa Mindanao. For PRDP scale up, a big chunk of the project will also go to Mindanao.
Why is it like that, sir? Magrereklamo ang Visayas at Luzon.
Hindi naman ibig sabihin na wala silang pondo. Marami rin pondo ang pupunta sa Luzon at Visayas. Ang Mindanao continues to become a priority for agricultural development ng buong bansa dahil alam natin how important Mindanao is in terms of the entire agricultural economy. Pero the same is true for Luzon and Visayas. Depende lang sa commodity. Mindanao is known for its high-value commercial crops, for coconut, for fisheries. Ang Visayas known for our livestock industry, for fisheries. Sa Luzon, lalo na rito sa Central Luzon, our rice granary, ang Region 2 for corn, for Calabarzon, ang ating livestock, lalo na yung ating swine. So, depende sa strength ng commodity ng bawat lugar. Yun ang tututukan natin.
Any programs, can PRDP be shifting to supporting renewable energy projects of the government and other projects towards the protection of the environment?
Yung PRDP, ang isa sa pinaka-main agenda niya is climate resiliency and mitigation. So, embedded siya doon sa project design. We want to ensure na yung ating gagawing karsada ay, kasi pag minsan maglalagay ka ng karsada, tapos babahain lang, madaling ma-wash out. So, bago yan i-design, titingnan ano yung flood history niya, titingnan kung ano yung iba pang climatic factors to ensure na magiging climate proof siya, climate resilient. Ganon din yung ibang industry natin. So, yun yung gusto nating i-incorporate na malaki kasi ang epekto ng climate change sa agriculture. We are experiencing how many typhoons on regular, 18 to 20 typhoons a year. And they are causing damages, billions of pesos a year sa agriculture ang pinakaunang apektado. So we really need to mitigate and be resilient sa epekto para masigurado natin na maging sustainable yung mga efforts natin. Ayaw natin na masayang yung efforts natin.
Issue One-on-One.